Greetings everyone, this is Shane Tisdale from your class of Cohort 3. How are you? And today I have come to talk about how I feel communication can shape leadership. I feel that it totally does. That's the bottom line. And the way I feel it, my thesis, is that because it reveals your character as a leader in how you're communicating. Now, how can be in any way that you want. If you study communications like I did, then you realize there's telecommunication, there's organizational communication, there's interpersonal communication. We get a lot more into interpersonal in our class. But basically, what I think it's getting at, to summarize, would be say it's not just spoken words. It's our attire. It's the things that are in our environment, colors, other subliminal messages, sounds, our posture, anything that we're wearing, what we do, our faces that we make, things of that nature. Everything is going to be communicating at all times and points with people. And as a leader, we have to, because what? We need to accomplish the mission, we need to get things done, and we need to meet needs. And how we're doing that is with people. It's not just always through people, it's with people. And that's when we start to get into the book and we're talking about how are we doing it then? Are we communicating? Well, we are. And we're into the book into crucial conversations, which is a whole other story. But when we're doing it, at least when we're communicating, what are we bringing in for baggage into these conversations, into these communications, what I call interactions? What are we bringing? We're bringing baggage. We're bringing our own perceptions, which are all could be prejudiced. They all could be subjective at all points. They're not facts. There are no facts. So the reality is what we bring into as a leader, what we bring into these interactions and these conversations that could turn crucial are very vital to understand, because as leaders now, as 6%ers and going to be having a graduate degree on top of the fact, the reality is we want to understand then what's at stake. And the reality is that crucial conversations, we have to have the responsibility on us. We have to put it on us to have that goal, like the book says, to continue that dialogue and get to what? Get to yes. We can do it. But how much baggage are we bringing into these conversations and these interactions? That we don't like that person. We don't like the way they talk. They don't like the way they look. Whatever. Are we at any point going to just silence or turn to violence at any point that we get mad? Or what are we going to be doing? Are we going to be committed to getting to yes and continue that dialogue? That's where I feel the challenge lies, in revealing our character as a leader to getting to yes. And using that communication as a leader to do it. And how we do that. The best example I could give everybody is our director. Our leader is Lonnie. And if you've ever talked to her, like I grab her every time we go to class, and there's a reason. I'm not trying to get on her good side. The reality is she's giving at all times. And when she's giving, what I think is happening is that she's adding to that pool for that give and take at all times with everyone. It doesn't matter who it is, luckily. It does not matter, and at any point she's doing it. She's smiling, she's getting close to you, she'll give you a hug, she'll let you know she has your back at all points if something happens, and then she proves it. So the reality is, when we talk about those leaders, and we talk about that give and take and adding to the pool, and making people feel safe, Lonnie is our perfect example, I feel, in my opinion, that she's setting the tone as the leader to not only do all that, but engage us, empower us to be leaders, to lead others. And I hope that you feel the same. If you have any questions about this presentation, I hope you email them to us. I will again say that I feel that communication does affect leadership in every way, and I think that it can, and it's not just through spoken words. And I feel that we have a huge responsibility as leaders to be doing it, where we're always adding to that pool, we're making people feel safe, and we're getting to that yes by what? By getting to that dialogue and keeping to that dialogue. So I wish you the best. Thanks for listening. This has been your classmate, Shane Tisdale. I hope you have a great class. Thank you.